All Gonna Be There podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat.
What up, what up?
Welcome back to another episode of Who All Gonna Be There podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat.
That's what they be saying.
The streets be talking.
That's what the streets saying. You know what I'm saying?
How are y'all doing tonight?
Oh my gosh.
Tired, but a great
season
of Big Brother is
popping. Big Brother, great.
It's cooking so far.
It's going crazy. It's going crazy.
Hold on. Yeah. You know what's funny though? Is like I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is boring. We'll have a boring day, and then we'll have 2 crazy ass days, and then it's like the next day, this is boring, and then we'll have like a crazy 3 days. Like they keep roller coastering, and I'm actually enjoying it because after like being glued to feeds for like a day, then you kind of want to be like, all right, let me take a break. Let me go live my life. And then let's bring it back with some more drama at 10. So I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying the season so far.
Yeah.
It's been nice to have the Olympics as that perfect balance. We're on, man.
Yes.
I was talking before, I'm going crazy about these Olympics. And having this with a great Big Brother season 2. Oh my gosh, what a time. What a time.
Yeah, it's paired together nicely. It is paired together nicely.
I would agree. So yeah, we're gonna talk about this week, y'all. We're gonna get into the eviction later, but we gotta catch y'all up. From where we first, I'm looking. I can't talk tonight. I'm talking about where we first left off. Lord Jesus, it's the tiredness in my brain, y'all.
I know, right? Be getting to you.
So yeah, we left off. We already told y'all who won the veto. We know Tucker won the veto. We do know he left himself on the block. And we also know that Mackenzie used her power. And so we were anxiously and excitedly waiting to see who America put. Twitter and Facebook, every once upon a time, like last night, we're on the same page. Everybody wanted Quinn up on the block. So that's what everybody was doing. And of course, that's what happened, but we'll talk about that later. Get into the veto competition. So see what the veto competition is. I think it's another easy, equitable, anybody can do it.
Listen, simple. I have not yet this season said I hate this comp. I'm gonna give y'all ones, Big Brother, because I'm so far I'm loving it. I really am.
Yeah.
Really, only non-equitable comp I think was the little balance beam HOH this week, but to balance it with hey, hold this big old little shape and then just dodge some vines.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyone could have done that.
They're doing pretty good.
Except Angela. Angela just couldn't handle
it. She lost all her power.
Hold on.
She said,
look.
Wait, no.
Hold on. No. Rumor has it Angela is still out the back in the back trying to get this started.
I'm going to clip it. I told myself to clip it because she was lighting up like a Christmas tree. You know when you play Operation, when you hit the air, every time she hit, ooh,
snap.
Ooh.
I swear she must have hit 0%. Like they had to
got 0%. Yeah, she had no percent. Ansley's battle, her little battery did not charge. Access denied. That's how bad she was doing. So the way it's working is it has there's this big figure piece that they have to carry. And it apparently was really light. So it looks big, but it's really light. Kind of like, I think it was probably the same. Well, she had 20% left.
Negative 20.
Negative 20, Oscar.
You have to carry, and it has different little bars to the side. So think of when you look at a microchip and has those little lines, zigzaggy lines going through it. So kind of like that, but in a physical form, but probably as light as a floaty, like a pool floaty. And they had to navigate this thing through this jungle maze thing with bamboo and vines in it. And if they touch a vine, the battery percentage, it starts at 100, but the more you touch a vine, each time you touch a vine, it decreases by 5%. And the person who gets
Operation.
It's like Operation. Yeah, that's like Operation.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. And so when you put it in the little kiosk, but the place where they're supposed to put it at the end, the player who did it the fastest with the most battery in their little container thingy is the one who wins. So obviously, we knew Angela was not winning that the way she hit those things that many times. I like that they showed us the battery depleting every time they hit it. That was fun.
It's probably fake.
Right.
I don't trust it.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing I did not like about what they did. So after Tucker wins, Kenny was second, which again he wanted to go home, but you still fighting to win veto. But Tucker wins. But before he wins, Rubina is listing off the top three. She said, in no particular order, here's our top three: Mackenzie, Kenny, and Tucker. And then they go on to say, in third place, we have Mackenzie. In second place, Kenny. And then obviously,
no one ever expects it to be the order. So you know what? They kind of could.
What was the point of saying in no particular order, this is our top three, and then go on to give us the order of the top three?
Completely random. Completely random.
Did it anyways, huh?
It made no sense whatsoever. But that happens. Tucker wins, and he's excited because he's ready to throw his plan in motion to get rid of Quinn. Cedric's thinking everything's going to be cool. He thought he was going to be able to keep the noms the same. But then Tucker tells him, hey, let's do the Quinn plan, which is I take Angela off the block and you put up Quinn. We flush out his power. We good to go. And obviously, with a little bit this week, Cedric was kind of going along with the plan. I think we talked about it on Monday a little bit. So he was kind of going along with it. However, Cedric was like, after much thought, putting up Quinn is probably not the best plan for my game. So I got to go tell the Pentagon, my crew, what was really going to happen tomorrow, because Tucker think it's going this way. I need to let them know what's really going down. So he has this conversation with the Pentagon, and he lets them know that he's actually not going to do that plan. Well, we find that out today, but we know when he did it. You know, when it's hard, when you watch feeds, when it start blurring, I'm like, no, he told them that 2 days ago. But on this veto episode, we see all the drama beforehand a little bit. We didn't get all of the tea. But Tucker takes Angela off the block, shocks the whole house. I mean, everybody is like, Angela.
Brooklyn looked like she just saw a massacre. Like she was
ghost.
shook. I said,
I mean, that's what it was. That's really what it was.
Yeah.
She saw Tucker go, hey, I don't care. I'm crashing out. Tucker crashed out, and everyone saw it front and center.
And Angela, I didn't know. I really didn't know. Oh my God.
Bro, this house is so fun.
Oh, it was perfect. Because he was like, we got to get the competitors out the house, guys. You know, he all bent over how he be doing. We got to start playing the game, y'all. And then Cedric's like, sorry, Mackenzie, got to put you up. And Tucker's like, that wasn't the plan, bro. You just effed yourself. This wasn't the plan. And Tucker gets up. This nomination ceremony is adjourned. And Mackenzie, go ahead.
No, I wasn't going to say nothing. I was just going to say Mackenzie stood up and said, USA, USA, USA.
He said, actually, it's not adjourned because I got this veto here, America's veto, and I'm playing it, and I'm saving myself from the block. Only thing that
it would have been so much cooler if she hadn't told anybody, because she put it out so clean. But I mean,
right? We all knew. I'm gonna give her a 7.5 for what she did, and the reason why she getting a 7.5 is because one, like Trish just said, everybody knew, and two, at the end of it, she's talking about, I'm sorry, guys. Ain't no sorry. This your power. You saving yourself. What you sorry for?
Right.
You just got nominated and you took yourself out. There's nothing to be sorry for. I can't stand. I'm a sorry person. Go ahead.
And what's interesting about it was the night before she got on the block, she talked to everybody and was like, oh, I'm not going to use the power. You know, I ain't want to use it anyways. I trust everybody. Mm-hmm. And she said the only reason why she did decide to use it is because of Tucker and Cedric getting into it and it kind of spooked her. Girl, you should have been, it don't matter. If you hit that block and you have a safety in your pocket, you use it every time. I don't care if they gave me a veto that I had for 8 weeks. I'm gonna be like, I'm on a block. I'm about to use this mother. I'm about to use it. because I would not go home with an idol in my pocket. I'm not going home with an idol in my pocket. Okay, I will.
And you only have it for one more week. It's not like you have it for the whole season. It's like, I know it lasts one more week. I don't plan on touching the block next week, so might as well just take myself down.
Right.
Yeah. And so pretty much that was how the episode how it ended. But I will say too, they started trying to show us Kenny finally. That was funny. I will get that was probably the funniest edit I've ever seen.
T-Core.
This is for you, Kenny.
Wait, Eric, are you talking about T-Core?
No, I was gonna say the Kenny one. You can talk about the T-Core one. Go
ahead. No, it was part of Kenny, but Kenny was talking to T-Core like, man, I don't know. I just don't feel it. And T-Core's like, yeah, I get it. Cut to her in the diary room. I don't get it at all.
Get it.
I'm like, oh, T-Core, thank you.
I just love it.
Gave me something.
Specifically when he was talking to Cedric, he was like, oh yeah, I'm not feeling it. Thumbs down. He was like, but you know what? I woke up today. I'm feeling good. Just thumbs up. And Cedric like, oh, okay. Yeah, you good? You good? Oh no, I'm good. I just thought maybe I need to go home this week.
Big brother being messy.
Oh. And Cedric was just so in the same conversation, like he just kept flipping in that same exact conversation. He flipped so many times between he want to be here, he don't want to be here. Instead of like, dang, Pops, come on, I need you to
Kenny, get out.
All this back and forth, but the thumbs up and thumbs down sent me to the moon.
They got messy boots in the editing team this year.
I don't know if they hired somebody new.
They had to.
They made Kenny a fun character. Shout out to that.
It was sorry ass character. But a little bit of tea for those who don't watch the feeds. You know, we can always drop a little tea where we can. Apparently, we caught Tucker. I almost called him Cucker. Tucker on the feeds was saying that production told Kenny that he better stop saying he want to go home or he wasn't gonna get his money, his stipend. So I guess he had to tone it down a little bit because he probably was complaining a lot to them, and they like, listen, you got one more time to come in this diary room, talk about you ready to go home. You ain't gonna get no money for these 2
They got somebody auntie in that diary room. Listen, you got one more time.
Yeah.
You got one more time to ask for a toy in this store. I said you was gonna get one, okay? Now, if you ask me one more time, I'm gonna put it back.
You ain't getting nothing.
That's what it was given.
Auntie, they called up there.
You can have one thing, but if you keep running your mouth, you're not gonna get it. So, child, I'm glad to not hear that man name again. Jumping ahead.
Right. He gone, baby. He gone. But so yeah, that's pretty much the little Vito episode. It was fun, little quirky, little something for us. And then obviously they left us on the cliffhanger.
Oh, huge fun episode, man! Like you said there's a little something. Man, this beats a lot of seasons just by this episode. No, I don't know if I'll go that far, but man, we have back-to-back weeks of Jaws being dropped, and that's all I could ask for.
Yeah. Not Big Ali. Oh,
Big Ali done walked in the DR, so I'm cracking up. You can't say it.
Yeah, that was a little episode, and Tree's gonna give us a little feed sprinkle before we jump into what happened tonight.
So my little feed sprinkle, because of course we didn't get out. We got some tea.
We covered a lot of
these
it,
last couple of days. We did, but some of mine's gonna go into tonight's episode. But the most interesting thing that happened on feeds, of course, we saw the Tucker and the Cedric fight.
No, we did.
We do.
That was right after we came off live.
No, I'm talking about on the
on the episode.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go into that because we saw the episode, but my feeds covers that.
We saw it the night.
Yes. So we did see that on the feeds this week, which was on the Thursday episode. The whole big issue was we know Tucker came up with this plan to use the POV on Angela, and then the goal was to backdoor Quinn because the guys had found out that Quinn was the other person that had the power, right? Him, Cam, we talked about it. They was upset, mad about it. Yeah, let's go to Sid and bring this plan to him. They did all that, right? Yep. Then the night before, Sid's having these conversations with everybody, here and there. Sid decides like this is gonna be too bloody. I don't want to do this, right? He's like, and even if I do put Quinn up, there's a possibility. I don't think we have the votes to do so. Right? Which I do agree with. I did agree with Cedric because I didn't think he would have the vote to get rid of Quinn just right now. You know what I mean?
We saw that
So
evidence today.
we saw that, right? Jumping ahead. So anyways, it came down to it. That morning, Tuck came out and was talking to Ced, and he was like, "Hey, bro, use the veto on yourself today." He said, "I don't give if I'm using it. I don't care if we ain't got the votes. I'm using the POV on Angela. Da da da." In that same breath, right? Ced did tell Tucker, use the POV on yourself. We don't have the votes. Now, if Tucker just didn't hear it, or he was just hearing what he wanted to hear, I don't know. But this whole time, the whole fight is him saying, "You didn't tell me to use POV myself." Da da da. You did.
But wait,
right?
And then he said, "But even if you did, I would have.
I was gonna do it anyways."
Yeah.
Like, so this argument is irrelevant. The only thing I will give him something about is Cedric didn't say, "I'm putting Mackenzie on the block instead of Quinn." Now, if Tucker would have shut up, he probably would have told him that. So, in Ced's defense, and in his defense again, I'm HOH. I ain't gotta tell you what I'm doing. Okay?
But also,
so I give him them ones twos on that too.
Also, to add to your point, your defense, because y'all talked about putting Mackenzie up days prior as well. You even pitched her, Tucker, to go up
first. Yep, Mackenzie was the first pitch. Yep.
So
a power was flushed.
A power was flushed. So why aren't you happy?
Yeah.
Because it's not what
they wanted to do. Work.
You wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's
you are not HOH, sir. You are not HOH this week.
Win HOH. If that's what you want to do, win HOH.
Right. So this whole thing was Tucker was upset because it's like, I put my ass on the line for you. No, Tucker, you put your ass on the line for yourself. You did that. You made these choices. You asked to go on the block. Again. You did all of this. Now, Tucker, this is stupid. This is dumb, but man, it's hella entertaining. It's so entertaining because this is nuts. This is crazy. We all know that paid out. Later on for him. How long that's gonna last? Probably not long, but we're gonna
not long for this game.
The other thing we missed, Angela and Quinn got into a slight little beef, but I figured they might show us a little bit of something on the episode tonight, but it was so much going on. I guess they was like, we're gonna cut that out. I'm sure it was them having a little tisk about the whole that's them comment. I'm so over that. Y'all could I don't care. Kenny and Brooklyn did have a little slight beef amongst themselves the other night too, which I thought was funny. Kenny was basically saying that Brooklyn started the alliance. She was the head of the snake of the girls' alliance. And Kenny was like, why didn't you come talk to me if you heard about this? Brooklyn said, bruh, I'd rather separate salt from flour before I have a conversation with you. And I said, Brookie,
from sugar, yes.
Brookie, are you getting a little tooed? I said, okay. It was a little slight attitude. I said,
and then she followed up, I'd rather sweep the ocean, mop the ocean before I had these conversations.
Baby, I said, oh, okay, Brooklyn, it was a little light, little back and forth, but it was entertaining her from Brooklyn because Brooklyn be minding her business. Brooklyn don't be messing with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn be on game. That's one thing I do like about Brooklyn. Brooklyn, if you really pay attention to her, she is quiet, but when she talking, it's game. Yeah. Very, very rarely, even when it comes to like personal stuff, she be like, yeah. Anyway, so this vote, the boy, that door closed, especially when she in that unicorn room. She in that unicorn room, baby, it's game time. Okay, we talking about it, which is crazy because I would have never guessed that I'd be riding for Brooklyn. Now we gonna talk about how you choose your friends when you get off the show. But in the show, Brooklyn is doing great. I'm gonna just go ahead and put it out there. She's gonna be high in these rankings this week. She is
again.
Yeah, right again. The funny thing about the whole Tucker and Ced thing that I thought was funny is they later end up hugging it out. Tucker was like, "Don't talk to me at all this week," and then like 2 hours later they hugging. It's funny. Now are they still going after each other? Yes. Possibly, yeah. Yes, for sure. Ced, for sure. Hands down is definitely going after Tucker. Tucker is definitely, and we'll get into that, Eric, get into that, or Eli, whichever one of y'all talk about it. we do know Quinn is now in number 1 spot over 2 now, because Said was his number 1 target, but now it's definitely Quinn. But we'll get into that. Oh, something else that's interesting. Tucker mentioned to Kenny, so they were talking about who's gonna be voted to be on the block, right? Because we know America Votes get the vote. And they mentioned that Leah has said 4 derogatory terms. I said she said 4. 4 derogatory terms. And so Kenny was like, oh yeah, I didn't hear that, but I heard she ain't got to talk to. And it had to be something crazy, because Tucker mentioned that they had to pull her to the DR and they had to have a meeting about it. And so I was like, oh, okay.
That's tea. I forgot about that tea.
Oh wait, we were blaming Kenny and Angela for the fees being cut. It's been
really Leah.
Might have been her. So that happened or whatever. And a lot of people were saying Tuck be lying, he don't be nowhere here. But then let me see. Joseph mentioned it.
Yeah.
And somebody else mentioned it. Was it Chelsea? I can't remember who else it was. It was Chelsea and somebody else mentioned it. Oh, Brooklyn mentioned it as well. So they didn't say what she said, but they said, oh yeah, I know Leah had got in trouble. And somebody I saw tweet is like, damn, why do it seem like Leah's had a personality switch? I said, because she know her ass got caught on that camera saying something. And so now she trying, if y'all notice, Leah is talking a lot less, and she talk a lot. Now she's still talking a lot. But it's like she has a personality switch. Like she's not like anymore. So whatever she said, eventually it's gonna get leaked, because I'm gonna show ass. I'll be like, hey, what Leah say? I don't hear. I cannot wait to start one of these house guests.
But here's the thing, and y'all can chime in. So it's like, I wonder if they got like a little filtering system now in their like video footage or like audio footage that certain words have, and so it'll automatically, it won't show on the feeds at all.
Red alert! You have 30 seconds to cut the feeds. Red alert!
Something like that, kind of, because you know how you seen Inside Out.
I agree.
Yeah, is that that's the one, right? With the
with the different personalities. Yeah.
So it's kind of like how you can see, you know, how they got a visual and they can like press the button and stuff like that. I wonder if they got a filtering system, because how are we not seeing nothing? Like how y'all switching so quickly or cutting them so good that we don't even hear it? Normally I could understand if they cut it after we heard it, but like we're not even hearing these things. So it's like, are they having, it's just happening during the blackout?
How y'all get lucky 4 times is what I want to know. Unless this was in one conversation.
Right.
Like, how y'all get lucky to catch her all 4 times? Because I know y'all gonna slip up. But I ain't gonna even lie. The Skippy that they got on the feeds this year, he do not be playing. What was that? Oh,
strict.
Like, yeah, they be cutting it or whatever. And some people were saying, because we know Mackenzie done said a couple of little crazy little things in the beginning, and people thought like maybe they misconstrued Mackenzie for Leah. I was like, that man in the house, you think he don't know the difference between Leah and Mackenzie?
Right.
She 8'6" and Leah is 6'2", not 6'2", like 5. So I'm sure he know who he's talking about. But the fact that 3 or 4 different house guests and said something, so we know whatever it is said she got in trouble for. Another thing, speaking of the tall girl, she wanna marry her brother. Weird. Mackenzie, I don't know what that is. She was in the backyard, basically, right? All the house guests were going around and they were talking about whatever. And she says that, or they're talking about the people they miss. And she was saying she missed her brother. And she said, my brother is my soulmate. I really miss him.
You now, baby.
And she basically said, now I hate the fact that I have to marry somebody else. And then that's when the record scratched, like, what? And everybody was like,
you were cooking up till that
Chemo was like,
sentence.
Chemo was like, oh. And I said, huh? And there's people on time like, y'all ain't never want to marry your brother, y'all little, you know? No. I don't want no brothers, but no. You ain't never want to like marry your cousin? No. I've never been like, damn.
That's my soulmate.
No,
that's an interesting word.
I don't. That
weird.
Is it. I could even let soulmate get off, because you know, be like, you are my soulmate, like you are destined, like you are my brother, you are my sister for life.
We were meant to be
together. Like that. It's
Twin flame.
What messed up is the damn I can't marry you. That's weird. Dang, I can't have sex with my brother. That sucks. What?
No, soulmate got
That's
it.
weird.
I ain't never heard nobody say, "Oh, you my soulmate." No.
Yeah, that's weird.
Mm-mm.
That's weird.
She's interesting.
But yeah, very weird. Anyway, so getting into last night, right? We didn't get a lot of stuff going on. She read Big Brother, sign me up for my husband. Yes, please. So getting into last night, y'all know me, okay? One thing I hate is a showmance.
Y'all, she get converted.
Hold on. One thing about me, I hate a showmance. But two things about me, I'm a hypocrite. Okay. When I tell you Tucker and Rubina, when I tell you it was so cute, so they was trying, I was taking a nap and I woke up, I put the feet right when she was about to like grab him, like try to kiss him. They trying to like avoid each other, like, no, we can't kiss, no. Because they know once they get in there, it's up.
It's a wrap.
You know what I'm saying? Tucker was like, nah, I can't even stand up right now. Boy, he pulled her close to feel that little thing. I said, oh. Rubina almost got herself into some trouble, okay? I don't care. I am for this Tucker and Rubina showmance. I'm for it. I will get tired of it in like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'm gonna say I want them gone. But for now, I'm gonna enjoy it. I hope Tucker get HOH because I just want to see him grab Rubina like.
I had to take her.
No, you can't. All right, I'm keeping it up because no, what I really wanted was for after Tucker went in the AI arena to just walk up to Rubina,
jump up on him,
and just make out in front
of
the
whole house. Not yet.
No, you have to do that after AI arena. This could be his last.
No, because everybody gonna see. I mean,
that
the house
matter.
Be thinking
that don't matter.
They together anyway. No, it's too soon.
Turbina has to get used to themselves.
The visuals are a mess.
I don't think Tucker even care because once they kiss, I know he gonna be in the morning. He gonna be in the kitchen like him and Rubina and knock her, and Rubina will be like, "We doing this?
We in the game." I
just have a feeling.
He not anyway.
Anyway, so in this morning, something that's interesting. After they did the little kissy section, MJ approached Tucker about an alliance, which is very interesting. And which is dumb on her part because why is you doing this out in the open? They was out in the living room doing this, and everybody in the house already know about it. Like it was an hour later, and everybody talking about, did y'all see MJ trying to talk Tucker into putting lines? Tall girl, listen. I was trying to okay, she's doing good. She minding her business. She trying to stay out of the limelight, and then you and the whole house trying to get rid of Tucker. You trying to make lines with him. Like, why? All you had to do was have a quick conversation with him in the storage room. Like, hey, after this week, let's get you through this AI comp and let's talk. That's all you have to say. Like, let's talk about it. Because he even doubled down. Like, yeah, well, let's see what happens and then we'll talk about it or whatever, right? So, anyways, this morning, okay, now we're on today. So this morning, Chelsea goes to Rubina and tell her like the plan is to vote Kenny out. She lying. But of course, this is a lie because the collective had a conversation and said if Tucker is on that block, it don't matter who he against, whoever the vote from America is, Tucker is leaving. Hands down. No ifs, ands, or but. And so Chelsea and Brooklyn have a conversation like, I don't care what happened. If Tucker on that block, we got to get rid of him. But at first I was just like, Chelsea, this is so unnecessary. But now that Tucker is here getting, ahead, it's a plus. I can't even be mad at Chelsea. She got it covered because now that after that they came back from the episode tonight, Tucker said he noticed that the cheering wasn't as loud like he won last time. He said it felt like these little like, yeah, you won AICOM was fake. You know what I'm saying? So I said, oh, not you being a little perceptive and seeing what's going on. So this is gonna be interesting. And I did catch a little bit of the feeds that came back. Tucker is upset about Quinn calling him out in the his eviction speech, which I think it was lighthearted, but
that's still a little jab. It was
a jab, but it felt like a little. It felt like a little fun jab. But Tuck said, "If you come for me, you coming for me." He caught this man. He said, "I'm gonna get you, you effing nerd." And I said, "Oh." He is upset. He is pissed, and he did mention. I don't know how he found out because I just listened to the feeds a little bit before we, set up recording. But he did say Cam was about to vote my ass out. I'm coming for Cam too. So that'll be interesting. So I expect a conversation from them later on tonight, if it ain't already happened. And let me see. The last thing before we popped on feeds, there is now a new alliance that's probably fake as hell. And it is called the 5 Points, and this is with Brooklyn, Chemo, Rubina, Takor, and Tucker. I absolutely love this alliance, and I wish it was real. Brooklyn, Chemo, Rubina, Takor, and Tucker.
Girl, that alliance ain't going nowhere.
That alliance ain't going nowhere.
Hey.
Now, hold on. If Tucker win, it's gonna make it a week though.
It'll make a week. If Tucker, because Tucker ain't gonna have no power if he wins.
It don't matter. It'll make a week. That still counts as making it a week. But you never know. In the Big Brother house, you get into these alliances, and sometimes they fake, sometimes they're real, but sometimes a fake alliance, you might pick it up and be like, oh, well, that was fake, but we still here, so let's work together.
I still said Brooklyn and ratted it out to Chelsea already.
Brooklyn, sis, hold on. I'm not even mad at it because Brooklyn and Chelsea,
that's a final
Brooklyn and Chelsea.
They're gonna be final two.
I don't even think they've made a for sure final two, but the way they clocking each other, they should make a final two. Okay, because they are clocking it left and right. They both have a good hold on the house, and they both have at least some piece of the house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with it. But damn, Brooklyn, you couldn't let us go a week. God damn.
No, because here's the thing.
I mean, it don't matter anyways.
It ain't gonna be no success with that alliance because Chemo, he's a hole in the boat. He will sink the ship. If we talked about, I can't remember, we mentioned it Monday, but he's the reason for all this mess that we got. So everybody keep talking about Tucker brought the entertainment, but Chemo the one that started the mess. He lit the match.
Yes, this was all Chemo fault. But in Chemo's defense, y'all remember in the very beginning of the season, they did one of those like they did on TikTok where they put the candy in a bowl. He did say, "I'm bringing the mess."
He did, but see,
he did. So
if you're gonna cause mess like that, let us know so we don't think you just furniture. Because right now you just a pillow in the bed.
I mean,
5 minutes.
I'm trying to think of his last diary room.
Tonight when he was like, I did tell Tucker about
you're right.
You did.
And he was like, why would you rat me out, Tucker, in front of the house? Why would you say my name? Yeah, because you did it. You did it. He one of the ones he throw the rock behind his hand. You did it, Chemo. And I'm glad Quinn know you ran your mouth, so Quinn probably won't trust you. T-Core was looking at him sideways. She kind of still talked to him now, but I think it's a little riff in there. She ain't said nothing that I've caught.
You know what? She did say something to Rubina. Of course they cool now, Takor and Chemo, but she did mention to Rubina that she's like, that was, that hurt me. Like, why wouldn't you tell me something and that important in the game? Like, I thought we was cool. Like, we hang out every day. You don't even hang out with Tucker like that. And you tell Tucker. So she was hurt by it.
I was about to say,
I feel like go ahead.
Those two I feel like are the biggest, like, closest duo, whether it's still friendship wise and not really game wise. I feel like they're the closest duo, and for him to just go and tell Tucker, who's probably like what 5th on his list, but he's little handsome.
The first person. He should have ran T-Core down in that house to tell her as soon as Quinn told him. He should have been itching to tell her. But he's a flop, just like he's and I've said it before, he's so BB26 Kevin coded. It's not even funny. He even sound like the man. It's so bad to me personally. So I just Chemo. I don't know. I can't rock with Chemo. I can't. I thought I was gonna go in liking Chemo, and he's just disappointed me at every turn. Only thing he did right was win the AI comp.
This just ended, of course. Eric gonna go into this Thursday episode. But Quinn did say if he used his power, which I don't know why he wouldn't, he gonna put up Angela, Tucker, and Rubina.
Ooh.
Saw that coming. Cause what I said, Tucker, Rubina, I see y'all too close.
Yeah.
And that's a guaranteed vote. Like if Rubina say like, if Tucker black, I'll vote him out. I'm not gonna chance it. You probably lying. You can get right on the block
together, kissed and hold hands.
This is exactly why you do your rubbing in private.
I feel like they have. That's why
her. They do, but when he be hugging her, it's different from everybody. Like it's so noticeable.
You know who ratted them out? Chemo.
Because Chemo jealous.
Because what did Rabina tell him last night? Oh, I think no. He was having a conversation with Rabina, and he said, "Do Tucker know that I think he's fine or looks good or something like that, or has a crush on something like along those lines?" And Rabina was like, "I don't think he know." So with her kind of confiding in Chemo, kind of about this little budding showman's romance, flirt man they got going on, I'm pretty sure he done sprinkle some seeds around. Rabina and Tucker kind of get a little close. This is me improvising.
And that's why I need them to just make out after Tucker's AI win. Because it's like they already know you're already at the point where you're touching the block together. So might as well just go for it.
I also said, but what if Tucker went HOH? I mean, his HOH is still getting taken over, so it'll probably be Angela, Rabina, and who that third person, Mackenzie. So either way, something is gonna happen. Tucker, they might can't get Tucker, but he can still get Angela because he don't like Angela.
I think if Tucker just happens to win HOH, my guess is that McKenna gonna hit the block. McKenna. Actually, let's go and get into this Thursday episode. It's, we mainly cover most of it, but go ahead. So we can celebrate.
Yeah. So obviously they leave us with the veto ceremonies where they left us off on yesterday, and they start off with them showing, the whole little thing going on. But then we get the aftermath of what happened after Mackenzie stood up, took us up off the block. And so they in a little room in the house asking Cedric, they're like, so what was the plan? This is Mackenzie, because I heard Tucker say this wasn't the plan. So what was the plan? Oh, Cedric, my brother, he can't lie to say he can't make up nothing. No. Or he was like, you want to know the plan? The plan was, how about we just all, that saved him. Let's just all go talk in the living room. Let's get it out in the living room. That was the best thing for him because he looked so sketchy and shady in that moment. So he's like, that intelligence analyst kicked in. Don't have this private conversation. Let's get it out and open. He said, matter of fact, let's just talk about it open so you can hear everything and Tucker can tell you. He said, I'm gonna let Tucker tell y'all what the plan was. He didn't say, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let Tucker say it. And so he brings everybody to the living room. He's like, so everybody wants to know what the plan was. So Tucker, you got the floor. Tell them what the plan was that you wanted to do. And so Tucker goes in. Well, the plan was put Quinn up because he the best player in the house. He got the power. And we got to get this out. We can't let nobody. Why y'all want to let somebody with all this power?
And who told him he was the best player? I just want to know that.
Right.
Who told him that?
Because it's not true. It's not true. And Quinn kind of clocked him a little bit. He said, if I was the best player, would we be having this conversation right now?
That's very true though.
Clocked. And so they had got into a little spat. And he was like, oh, you think I'm the best player? Well, that's you gonna think that. I don't think I'm the best player because we wouldn't have this conversation. You want to talk about the power up. So why you didn't tell us about the power up? Well, I'm actually not planning on using the power. So I didn't think I needed to tell anybody. Tucker, this is not even me being biased against him. In what world would it make sense for me to tell anybody, no matter what alliance I'm in, that I have this game-changing power? I'm gonna keep it a secret. You would have kept it a secret too. Who would you have told? You wouldn't have told nobody. And I'm pretty sure anybody watching wouldn't have told nobody. If they
this is a lot of people on the timeline have said this, and I 1000% agree because it takes away the shock factor. Because the fact that everybody knows that this is Quinn's HOH this week, no matter who wins, it should automatically be you automatically get a nomination, you automatically get a penalty nom, and every other person after that is a penalty vote. If you tell anyone about this power, you cannot tell anyone out this power after you use it. Now, after it's used, Lisa, tell whoever. Because if both are ruined, I thought okay, at least one of these gonna be to Quinn. You are a super fan. The one thing don't tell nobody about. Don't even talk about it in the DR. I got this thing on me. I ain't gonna even say what it is.
Even though they already know.
And if I gotta use it, I'm using what thing? I ain't gonna tell y'all that. All right, you'll figure it out when I use it.
I got
it. And I feel like there's so many people that get powers like that, and I don't know if they're in like the game bot mind where it's like, hey, I'll build connections using my power. But I feel like if you think of it from, hey, I want to make the craziest TV moment. Of course, we don't want people in there just for TV. We want like the good balance. But you could have such a crazy moment and full control to do anything. Now, Quinn's hands are tied. If he wanted to take a shot at Joseph or anyone, he could have. Now his hands are tied, and it's like, I just have to go after Tucker.
Right.
Yeah, this would have been a great move to go after. I mean, the other. If I'm a super fan, I'm going after the other Superman for sure. If I was Quinn and I had this HOH and nobody knew, you know who would go on that block? Joseph would go on that block. Chelsea, because you two connected in this house, and Cameron. Yeah, those would be the three.
Yep.
And if not Chelsea, say it. But especially if I'm Quinn, I'm taking out the big guys, the ones that I know can go really head to head with me. Yeah, Tucker, Sid, and Cam, get your ass on the block, and they will automatically think it's a woman. I would automatically think 3 guys on the block. Of course, it's not Quinn. It's Leah.
Oh, and feeding into that narrative too, especially after that whole thing with the Women's Alliance. Oh yeah.
Yep. And you know how easy it would be like, damn, Kenny was probably right. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. Oh, Quinn, you messed it up.
And I'm gonna have to give him his little lashings because he's from Oklahoma, so I'm rooting for him because he's from Oklahoma and he's on my draft. So I'm like, I've been taking up for Quinn this week, but I gotta knock you upside the head because you telling Angela messed up everything. You telling Chemo messed up everything. It made absolutely no sense. You got nothing in return for that. Like, it would have been different if they said, I'm putting you up on a block, and you was like, well, I got this power, and then like, oh, thank you for telling me I won't put you on the block. I would even give you a tiny bit of bail for that if it saved you in any instance. But telling Angela week 1 gave you nothing. She was never putting you up on the block. Why you told Chemo?
Oh, that one was almost worse.
I don't even know where that came from.
Yeah,
why
the fact that Angela did try to hint it to people, but it's like Angela kind of stood 10 toes down, which shout out to Angela for that.
And she didn't even tell. And even then, I would have pulled Quinn. I mean, if I'm Quinn, I would put Angela aside. Like I know we had our differences, but you know what? You didn't tell. You might have spread some seeds about what the power did, but you didn't reveal my name. And so for that, I thank you, and for that, I will keep you safe. You gotta think about these things. So I don't understand what was going through his head. But he clearly, Ansley messed up his head. His circuitry was fried because he was using no super fan knowledge, game sense whatsoever with this. And I can't appreciate it because, like Lisa said, you robbed us of the power of being used correctly because nobody gets to do it. Ovi went home with the same power. He didn't use it when he could have saved himself when Jack won. Whichever one of them two.
I forgot about that.
Yes, didn't use the nightmare power. Bailey had the power, told Rachel about it, didn't get to use it. Freaking Jag told the people about his invisible HOH, so they knew. Some people knew about it.
That's why it needs to be a punishment. It needs to be a punishment if you don't use this thing right.
Because I truly feel like invisible HOHs are the funnest twist.
The absolute
I think that can bring the most chaos, the most fun, because you can do whatever
if done right.
And you just throw that away. And I know he watches Survivor too. I feel like, and he sees Survivor where those people, oh, this is my advantage, that almost came back to bite him. He was inches away in I'm not going to say scared HOH because Cedric's move was smart, but it's like, what if Cedric didn't rein it in and think about it? Quinn might be in some conversations for going home. I think he still saves regardless, but he put himself in a bunch of risks running his mouth.
But then again, like you mentioned, so we're just going full steam ahead in that instance too. So clearly him putting up Quinn, like we mentioned earlier, was not going to be smart because one, they're in alliance together. Hey, Land, and you going against your alliance without telling your alliance that you about to put another member of y'all's alliance up on the block without confirming with them that it was okay. You're going to have blowback from all of those people. On top of this man stays in the house because he's staying regardless. Because Kenny want to go home. Now you have to contend with, he has the power. He's going to you're getting put up automatically now. Like, yeah, you have to worry about Tucker. Yeah, you have to worry about Mackenzie. But at least if Quinn is on your side, you know that if one of those two win, he's taking over the HOH. and they're not putting he's not going to put you up because we know that he has that power. But if you keep Quinn in the game after you try to put him up there, you're going up on the block, and you got people mad at you in your alliance. So they showed us, though, going back, because this whole narrative that Tucker was spinning all episode long, you put me on here and you blindsided me. They even had Julie talking about
you did not get blindsided, bro.
What she say? She said Angela was blindsided by the veto being used on her. Tucker was blindsided by Cedric, and America was blindsided by Mackenzie, or the house was blindsided by Mackenzie. There was no blindside. There was no blindside. Tucker
blindsided himself. No, that's like he blindsided himself. Each house guest said, Tucker, you're going home. We're voting you out. And he said, nah, I'm staying in the house. And then they voted him out. He was still blindsided, even though he had every single sign to know he shouldn't be.
Exactly. So he was going off on Cedric. Cedric was a way better, way calmer, chiller than I could have ever been in that moment, because he was like, I know what you did. You sitting around, you lying. You didn't tell me that. You making it up. And Cedric was like, okay, bro, you good. Because I would have told him, listen, crackhead energy. Put the pipe down. And you would have heard me if you put the pipe down.
I'll be like, lower your voice, first of all. You ain't about to be hollering at me.
Eric, you going in like that?
Oh yeah. If you would put the pipe down, you'd have a brain cell to be able to recall what was actually said. Huh? Yeah. So don't come to me talking crazy.
Not the pipe.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I'm scared of Eric. Remind me not to mess with Eric.
Be nervous. But Cedric did the right thing. A lot of people calling him a baby, a wussy, and other names that I won't repeat on here.
He did get loud later on. I said, not you trying to get loud in the backyard. Was this in the room?
But he did the right thing.
I get it, because
you gotta lay low.
Let's be real.
Perception is there. You go. And everybody always, and so for the feed people who don't watch feeds, the casuals, everybody in the backyard, they was like, oh, what Tucker did to Cedric, what he was calling Cedric this, and he calling him a boy, it was uncalled for. Cedric is 21 years old, so he has his baby younger brother perception that he leans into, which I think is what really helped him allowing Tucker to go crazy on him. Right, he kept saying dog. Yeah, it was smart. It was smart. So we see all of it play back. Shout out to editing, who then in the middle of Tucker saying, you didn't tell me that. What they clipped to, Cedric telling him, use the veto on yourself.
Right. That editing team is messy. I said, okay.
So I'm glad that they vindicated Cedric, because they left us, for those who don't know, they made us seem like Cedric did backstab Tucker last night from the veto episode. So I'm glad they vindicated him, showing the world that Tucker is a bigger clown than we already looked and what we already knew him to be. And then he had the nerve and audacity to dress up like a clown. Hair all cockatoo.
What you mean? You ain't rocking with the Wolverine? You ain't rocking with it?
Listen.
It's kind of
like something straight out of
now wait a minute. Now he one of these other timeline Wolverine.
Oh my gosh. Deadpool pulls up to the Big Brother house like Wolverine.
Yep.
I ain't picking this one. I ain't hanging out with this one.
Not Donkey. Yes, he did look like a little Donkey Kong a little bit. So did.
You know what? That's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
No, not Dirty Chicks. Yes. I don't know what he had. He was just looking a mess.
I'm mad that he cut his hair, because he looked so good with all that face hair. Now he look a mess. Put it back.
Yes, Crash Bandicoot.
Bandicoot.
My God.
I have that game. I legit have that game here. That's funny.
Yes, a whole gym character.
Yeah.
Character.
For sure.
So he lucky he didn't get sent home, because he won that little AI arena comp. What y'all think about that comp?
He ate. I loved it. Yeah, simple, classic. It gives BB Can. It really does. That was like a BB Can triple eviction. Like, I just picture them doing like triple eviction. Like, that would have been a perfect comp for that. Like, they need something quick. But something that they gotta get their heart rate pumping. Like, you gonna earn this.
Yeah.
But I loved it. Kenny,
and I can't even lie, he
kissed my ass.
Kenny, you had like 3.
Kenny, I don't know if Kenny
Tucker
was
even got an
not,
extra one. I think Tucker got 21. He got an extra one, and Kenny was like, I can't get him. I can't. It was
He had a good
writing on the
time.
glass. Like I'm trying to get it. Nah,
Tucker did have a
built.
good strategy, getting out and get him on the ground and just put him up. I ain't worried about what's in the air because it's gonna be impossible to get what's on there.
Very smart.
Pick up what's on the ground up against the little wall and
Yep.
put him
in a little corner. Yep.
He ate. He won. They cheered, fake cheered, because he was going home. And we get to the eviction speeches, and Kenny, of course, he want to go home, so we ain't worried about what Kenny talking about.
Who?
When? Kenny? Who? What?
I thought somebody said something. I thought a quitter said something.
Not the CI. I'm cracking up. Yes, this is what Carrie said about them. Let me see if I can put it up here. Here we go. Kenny was pushing him against the glass. Quinn was flooding like a bird, and Tucker was pushing him against the ground right next to the tube. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really smart. Because my thought would have been, honestly, I would have did like Kenny. I would have put him up against the glass, and I probably would have tried to do like this.
And would have lost.
So that was smart doing it. Yeah, I would have lost. would have. Because I was like, ooh, punk ass Kenny, that's a good strategy. I was like, well, never mind, hold on. Never mind.
Nah,
Yeah,
you would have executed, Treese. You would have executed.
I would have probably changed up my strategy. Like, this not working. Let's do something else. Kenny ass was ready to go home. Kenny wanted that little stipend money. I don't know how much money he get, but baby, I'm glad he gone.
They had him on to stay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was smart for him. So anyway, so Quinn gives his speech and he's talking. Of course, he's being very joking and, you know, making everybody laugh.
Oh my gosh, AmeriCorey got a shout out, y'all.
He said, America put me, he said the better half of AmeriCorey.
Release. Quindolin. I'm talking to you.
Quentin.
Release.
Quentin.
Release the America and the Corey-ness. He keep mentioning them. We get it. You're a fan. Release it. He can go home. You know what? Don't use the power. Go home. Because
I gotta whack him again that you mentioned it.
I'm
because
so tired of it. I'm so tired.
He was in the bathroom the other day talking about, oh, Joseph is a super fan. I love that. It's so good to have somebody else in here, but I'm gonna last longer than him because I'm gonna get the better deep dive after the fact with Taryn.
Bye. Don't care.
Boo. Don't care about that.
Can you play? You need to play the game first, sir. You need to make it to jury at least before you even talk. Can you at least make it to jury, sir? Because you really running your mouth like whatever.
I don't know. I'm itching for this Kenny deep dive. It's gonna be fun.
Pause. The deep dive started and ended with that sentence. It started and now it's over. That's how quick it was. But I need to mention this real quick. Shout out to Joseph's friend. Whoever is running Joseph's account, you are funny. I don't know if y'all saw this. Have y'all seen this?
I think.
It was so funny to me. Joseph's friend was like, this is not the Joseph we know. Joseph is calling himself the best Big Brother player ever. We don't know what he doing. I don't know why he being cocky. I don't know why, but this Joseph he said, please, y'all forgive Joseph because this is not who he is. And then whoever his friend was paid for the little cameos from other Big Brother players.
Yes.
That was funny. So whoever his friend is, he owe him. You better take them out for a steak dinner with your little stipend because that was funny. And
I just
that
remember
made me
Matt
not
in
even
that
want to vote for
video.
him. I said, I ain't gonna vote for him.
Matt was so funny in that video.
He was funny though.
No. This season, Matt. The fact that this season, Matt was.
Oh yeah, right.
You see my face.
I'm like, now why you call him? I ain't gonna even lie. I was like, all right. Pass it on to the next person. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the best part of Joseph is friends. Nah, you for real.
Wait, and then they even put on their little.
Because I thought about voting Joseph because I was gonna put him on the block. I said, you know what? Let me put my votes for Joseph just because you think you the best because you're not. Let me.
And then they use Blockbuster, the video store thing for the. I love it.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Y'all better go hard for me like that. Shoot, when I'm in the Big Brother house, y'all better.
I ain't paying not $1 for a cameo. But what I will do, I'm gonna call Carrie. I'm gonna call Oscar. I'm gonna call Colleen. I'm gonna call Lisa. Can y'all send a little? Can y'all send a little video?
We need a video. DM Rocks. Angie.
Rocks. Oh yeah.
Angie. Right.
Can y'all send in a little video?
All of them. Ryder, all of y'all.
You're right.
But in his speech, Quinn basically he was like, yeah, so y'all want to keep me in here so I can use this power because I'm definitely going after this person. He called him all type of Hercules, Thor, Iron Man, Superman, Batman.
You didn't even call him the actual name he said, LeBron.
He
The
did.
flag bearer for USA.
He
He
did
said,
call
this
him
guy
LeBron.
got LeBron in these challenges.
Yes,
this
he
guy's
did.
the GOAT.
He called him everything under the sun. And he's like, I will use my power to get him out of this house. And so that was it.
That was smart as a speech. Because, I mean, the power is scary. But if you say, hey, I'm using this power, everyone else is safe. I know he can lie about that. Tucker can still be safe. But everybody's safe. And I'm only going after you.
I know that's right, Colleen. Tell him.
Hit the like. But yeah, so I think too that was a good speech. You gotta let people know I'm valuable. I'm an asset. This power can work for you. And clearly this is Tucker's third competition win, 2 AIs back to back and a veto. I mean, you're a threat. So everybody's
as of right now, he's the most winningest person in the house.
Exactly. Like everybody's cheering him on because they love what he's done. You know, brought the chaos.
So you gotta go,
which is cool.
I'm Team Tucker, but you gotta go
because you didn't want all this stuff in 3 weeks. This does not bode well. It has never boded well for anybody.
And you know what sucked, because of course every time you go into this AI comp is gonna be something new, but the nervousness of going into the AI comp, not being ready, not knowing exactly what to expect, because of course the house can tell you, oh, this is what the comp was, but going in there, going in being my 4th time, I got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's always going to be a plus in Tucker's corner.
But that's why I think AI needs to wrap up after tonight. I mean, after next week. It's time to wrap it up.
Speaking of Taylor,
we get Jag on our screens. Jag
that man was evicted.
Jag and Cody.
And,
Jag and Cody. Yes.
They are gonna have an episode next week on the 13th, if I'm not mistaken.
Former trader superstar Cody Calafiore.
Anyways, they are going to do an episode and thers gonna talk about the big blowups for the season. I don't know why they gotta do that. You don't. But they are gonna tell us what the new twist is gonna be. Y'all could it could be an email.
Julie, you could have just told us tonight, actually.
I'm sorry. We sent in all them votes for the email. You said y'all had over 5 million people vote. Just hit the CC and say, this is what the new twist is gonna be, fam. That's it. I don't need I was here for all the blow-ups, okay? What it seemed like to me, you're just wasting an episode.
Right, Lisa.
Okay.
I think they should go. I think they should go live on Jag's
I'm good
TikTok
on
Live. Jag's TikTok Live and promote
there
it.
You go. There you go. And somebody will post the clip
Instagram,
and the tag for me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, we don't want to see that. Nobody who asked for that.
I wonder, they must have had an extra episode and they're like, we got to throw something in here.
Yeah.
Them people need to vote for the election if they can.
Actually,
there you go. Say that. Like Julie said, y'all better make sure y'all register to vote.
She said there's a power. She said you can vote.
So we do not become Handmaid's Tale in real life. If you catch my drift.
Y'all become Handmaid's Tale. Me and Eli be okay.
Oh, you think? Did you watch Handmaid's Tale?
I did. We will be either security or the leaders. So
you think so?
I didn't watch it.
I know the men's wasn't the handmaids. Now what's they?
Some of the men's was down in the dirt too. Y'all might be one of the men's down in the dirt.
What are y'all talking about? Oh Lord, don't get me caught up in this. Don't get me caught up in that. Nah.
We'll talk about the Handmaid's Tale later.
More or less, you don't want it.
So Kenny got evicted 10-1. Not surprised at all.
Shout out Tucker for still throwing a vote on Quinn because send 10 toes down.
Anyway,
hold on. No unanimous votes, huh? Was Matt's votes wasn't even? Yeah, no unanimous votes. Yeah. Okay. No. Listen, you can say whatever you want to about this season, but this season is really legit defying the typical Big Brother trends that have been going on the past couple of years. So it's very refreshing. I mean, they got the big jock out first. They are doing comps that are suited for everyone. There are no, we gotta vote for the house, even though they all say I want to vote with the house, want to vote with the house, and then we end up having some kind of like vote, elsewhere or whatever. So
I still think huge shout out. I think the 3 nominees in the AI arena is like a big change for this, because if this was
it
regular
forces you to
2
play.
nominees, it would have been Kenny, Angela, and guess what next week would have been? Kenny, Angela, and then it would have been Kenny, Angela, and then someone gets backdoored, and that's what it would be for a while. But the fact that, you know,
So
people
now
are
there's
getting
somebody
more
gotta play.
blood on their hands, you're making more enemies. Cedric had Mackenzie mad at him for like tripping about him when she still saved herself. So
He's
it's
had
like
one of the bloodiest HOHs we've seen in a minute.
That's why, you know what? That's got to be an unspoken rule. Never say it. You know, I don't want my HOH to get bloody this week. Don't say it.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Because, baby, you about to be covered
in it.
Oof.
And
Yeah.
I think you've mentioned it, Trees. I don't know why people shy away from getting blood on your hands. A little blood is not gonna hurt you.
Yeah,
It's not.
somebody gotta do it.
It's not
Yeah,
gonna hurt
it is giving. It's giving a little light, old school. I'm enjoying it for sure.
She said, "Make sure you read with peace and love, of course."
Right. And let me say this: like, even with like Tucker going out for everybody, I love. This feels like old school Big Brother because I feel like, even though I'm gonna say this because back then I feel like these people legit hated each other, but I feel like the like drama in this house is lighthearted. Like,
so
like
petty.
even Angela going back, like it's very petty, like very petty. Like they literally all evicted Lisa because she was glittering people food, and like that was the reason for her main eviction. Like, quit messing with people food. You wasting food.
Even tonight with what Cedric was like, "Oh, Julie, you look beautiful," and Julie, of course, egging him on. She's like, "What'd she say, Cedric? What'd you say?
What was that?
Oh, you look beautiful, Julie. You look beautiful, Julie." And then what does Tucker do when he goes to vote? He says, fake middle finger flip off and says, "Hey, Julie, I'm gonna say it better than Cedric. I'm not gonna stutter. You look beautiful tonight, Julie." And like just something like that. And then he voted so for petty. No reason. And it's just seems fun. And what I feel like, what have people done after this? I've seen Tucker hug everyone after the fact. He said, "I'm not going to talk to Cedric." What's he doing hugging Cedric? Same thing with Quinn. It's like, hey.
I think they'll be cool for the most part. I don't think they'll be friends with Lisa. And I know Angela and Matt will never be cool. But I think for the rest of the majority of them, I think they'll be fine after.
I mean, will they be best friends? You don't have to be best friends, but I think
I'm gonna be real. I 100% guarantee you will see at this after party.
And we'll be there.
I guarantee. I'm gonna take a picture of it myself. I know I'm gonna see Angela and Matt hugging each other, laughing. I guarantee you, nothing about this cast gives serious. The only person I'm gonna count out of that, Lisa. I feel like Lisa feel like Lisa.
She ain't coming.
Listen. But to be very, very real, I really honestly see now. Who knows what's gonna happen as the season goes along? But as of right now, everybody in this house fake, and they beefing with each other for very petty reasons. And I don't think nobody has really deep hatred for each other, even with Angela. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into these rankings. But like I said, Kenny went home 10-1. Don't care about his Alexa interview.
Bye.
Man, I just realized we really don't. I don't even care about any of his goodbye messages. So I'm just gonna say, "Hey, congrats on leaving. Say hi to your wife and kids for me." All right.
You know what? Actually, the only goodbye message I want to see is from Joseph, because Joseph has been having beef. Joseph been having beef with Kenny all week. He done went to that camera at least 3 or 4 times, being like, "Kenny, I'm sick and tired of you complaining. If you want to go home, get out." I swear, Joseph is hearing us on the outside saying, "Kenny, take your ass home." So I'd be interested to hear what he.
Somebody said Joseph want to be the villain so bad.
He do it. He's forcing it, but it's just like, you're not giving villain.
Him and Quinn, what are y'all doing? These super fans, what are y'all doing? Sit down, be still. He want to be the villain, and he want to be on a podcast so bad.
Now Joseph get some blood on his hands, I might can give him that role, but you can definitely tell he's trying to be a little bit more on the edgy side, and I don't know. I would like to see a HOH from him. We're gonna see.
Angela on the challenge, I would cry laughing. Please, Angela on the Traitors would be funny.
All right, that would be interesting. Or B9.
All right, before we start these rankings, I just want to remind y'all, this is kind of it's a vibes-based thing. We are going based off just this week. So just this week, we somewhat rank it however we want to rank it, whether it's somewhat positioning or how they just specifically played this week. So what? Who do y'all want to start with? I know my heart, I'm gonna get jumped and he's gonna end up being 13. I want to put Tucker at 1 for making this a fun week. But he might need to be like 12 for winning the AI comp. But he won the veto, and he would have went home if he didn't win AI comp, and that is all because of him.
He can't be at 1 because he was dumb, and even though it worked out, he was dumb. You win the veto, you always use it on yourself. But for that, just off the top of my head, I give him like 4.
I like Eric back to jump us, but we'll move.
I feel like we can move him around because I feel like he up there because you gave us entertainment. He played the game. He legit won 2 comps this week. He took a ballsy move. Literally, the only reason why I knock him down is because you don't win the veto and not use it on yourself on the block. But he gets extra points because it worked, and it rarely works.
And I gotta give him. I'm gonna give him a little extra. He gonna get a little bail for me. Because
he picked that girl up. So
he was trying to make a move. He was trying to make a move. I get it, which was beneficial for his game. So
it wasn't a weak move.
I was about to say on paper, I think it's a brilliant move. Like I think it's like you have the chance to take out Quinn and someone who has the power. No one needs to compete next week. And Tucker saw that and is just like, hey, let's take out the guy that's taking away all of our power.
Ooh, that would be good, Colleen.
Listen, the issue was what should have happened, especially even after that, how Tucker came in, Cedric. He should have brought him to the HOH room. Like, look, no, we need to talk. Because one thing Tucker likes is the audience. He really do. And if people are around, he turns up a little bit extra, right? I don't care if it's one extra person. He gonna turn up a little bit extra when other people are around. Sarah shouldn't be like, hey, look, I know you said whatever you said earlier, but let's talk. I do feel like that conversation should have took place.
Another thing, and this is why
move.
Tucker got to go down some more to about 6, because if you had this plan that you feel like was concrete with Cedric, and then Cedric all of a sudden, after talking to people, figured out they don't have the votes. Who are you talking to that you don't have the votes? And why isn't Quinn someone you want to get out? Because Lightbulb Tucker, it's probably because he's working with Quinn. It's probably also because they have allies together.
I remember you said that. I said, oh yeah, we need to talk about that. Yes, that is very, very.
It has not even clicked for him yet.
Like, why has that not clicked? But I get it because I was like, I know about it, and I was like, damn, that didn't click for me either.
It's like, come on, let's use our thinking caps. Why would he be hesitant to put up Quinn? Why would it be bad for his game to put up Quinn? It's because they're working together. But yeah, it was a good move. Right move, wrong person to try to execute it with.
Yeah, great point. Quinn just being well insulated. All right, who do you want to go after next?
How low did we put Cam last time? Because he got to go lower. Because he was a horrible ally. He's the reason why Tucker was even going off on Cedric in the first
13.
Play.
Put him at 13. and you putting on other people's socks. 13. Your feast. I ain't gonna even hold you because your socks dirty. I ain't gonna even hold you because it's not your house. So your little socks being black, that's really not your issue. But you leaving around the house, that's a problem.
But how are they brown and black inside the sock? That's what I want to know.
Oh, inside the sock, that's a problem. That's a problem. That means you put your dirty feet in clean socks, and you making the inside dirty and the outside dirty, and then you walking around. Now I get it, Chelsea. I get it. And now you walking around the house without shoes on or socks.
Yeah.
And then you put you put a bag with crumbs back into the pantry. The way I would be so pissed. I was on Chelsea, y'all. I was on her like, can you get out, Cam? Like, you doing too much. No, I'm with you. Chelsea, I'm with you.
Because you doing too much, personal. Cam. My thing is with the game. The way he played the game was horrible this week. He's been playing bad, but this week,
he have his ally back.
You not only did you not have his back, you put him in the line of fire with Tucker because He went and told, y'all don't know this. He went and told Tucker, because Tucker asked about like, so did Cedric say this? He was like, Cedric told the people that he didn't know that there was a plan. That's not true. Cedric never said that he didn't know about the plan. You told him that. That's what Cedric said. And that's not what happened. So you put him directly in the line of fire and did not come to his defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get not like saying nothing because you like, oh, I don't want everybody to know we working together. That's fine. But you the reason why he in this beef and he ain't said nothing. If I'm sad, I'm like, I'll keep it till I need you.
And then the whole Leah situation and stuff again, he still won't let her go.
Oh my gosh.
He done told you in so many different ways. She don't care about you, don't want you, she don't like you.
Hey,
yet you still
be all up in
he gonna make it. He's gonna get Leah. He's gonna get Leah. I believe
because we gonna be on him all night. He even pissed me all the way off.
Shoot, can we keep it negative and can I put Chemo at 12?
Yep.
Just because
right there on top.
What he done told a random guy that he has a crush on, hey, oh yeah, I know about Quinn's power. And what did that do? Now Quinn knows that he snitched. Well, the whole house knows that he snitched, right? And especially T-Core, who is his closest ally, is now like, hey, you snitched and you didn't even tell me, give me a little hint. You just went straight to Tucker and was just like, yeah, Quinn got the power. Cause all this chaos. The chaos was fun chaos. Shout out to you for that. But you still a snitch, and you ain't even help out your homies.
You worse than Quinn not telling us about the power.
Matter of fact, can you change that 12 to snitch? At this point,
snitch.
Chemo need a column for himself. You don't even deserve a number. Snitch. That's exactly what it is. Yeah,
he is
great
because
the snitch section. There you go. That's it.
And it wasn't even good snitching. That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. Snitch with purpose. Snitch with purpose. You snitch because you
like the boy.
Was looking.
You like him.
I mean, I get it, but come on, Chemo. Come on, brother. I still love Chemo though. I'm not gonna even hold you. I do still like him, but game wise, T-Core, go left.
Cut it.
Use them till you need them. Honestly,
my girl Brookie is going back to number one.
Yeah, she can stay at the top for now.
She
can get up there too because she gave Kenny them 1s and 2s.
I know. I was about to say you gave us anything. Doing great in the game and jab. Uppercut to Kenny.
Yeah.
I
just really love the way she's playing the game. She's perfectly positioned. I think nobody's coming for her. And she gave us a little bit of entertainment. I think she's playing. And her mind is on the game, y'all. She was the main one with Chelsea. I don't care about Tucker being on the block. Tucker got to go. She said this from week 1 when she said, Matt's on the block. Matt got to go. Like, she has been on it, and I appreciate it. So, great plays from Brooklyn this week. Let's see who's next. Chelsea maybe too.
Yep, Chelsea.
I think Chelsea might be too. She laid low this week.
She's saying, which is good because being too up and too high gets annoying. Like, we get it. Chelsea playing good, but she was very chill this week, which I think was a really big plus because of course people peg Chelsea and Sid as a pair. Because they were mascots in the beginning. I don't know why they called them mascots. That was crazy. I thought that was gonna be like a weekly mascot thing, but whatever. And then they won HOHs back to back. So the fact that she noticed that, she's like, you know what, I should chill out. I'm not gonna be up here all the time. Even though she was in this room quite a bit. But anyways, I give up. She's doing good. She's doing good.
Yeah.
Almost forgot she was HOH week 2, and that was just a week ago. And she
just
got
like so long ago, don't it? T-Core is next. T-Core.
Yeah. She's solid. Nobody's coming for T-Core.
Finally talking game. Lord Jesus. Now she has had a little bit here and there, but my flowers for T-Core because I just love her personality in general. She's just a sweet person.
Yeah.
But it seems like every week she's getting more and more into the game. So she is definitely T-Core is definitely a slow burn. But she had a really good conversation with Cedric in the backyard. They kind of talked a little personal, but they kind of got into
See you later,
game.
Lisa. Mary Mother signing off. I'm crying.
Bye, Lisa.
Thank you for subscribing.
Mary Mother. I know that's
week.
right, sis.
See you next week.
Right. But I love the fact that she's starting to get more deep into the game. And you know what? I think it's very smart, even with the information that she got from Chemo snitching, and not telling her the tea. She recognizes, like, okay, I can't burn that bridge just yet. But she's like, hey, I game recognized game, so I know going forward what I
don't tell that man nothing.
Exactly. So I know she's gonna watch what she says to Chemo.
I'm gonna just need T-Core to stay in a room in a fight and not leave and be upset that she can't go to sleep, because you have front row entertainment. You walk to the kitchen and say, man, I can't sleep right now, man.
I like how she took up for Cedric. I will give her those two. She was like, Cedric ain't going nowhere. We on his side. He didn't deserve that. Loved it.
And she on Tucker. I am Team Tucker. I really am. But Takora said, she said, now Tucker cool for right now, but ain't no way we keeping Tucker in the long run. She said, as soon as Tucker hit that block, I'm voting him out. And she even went as far as to say, like, he is not a good fit for Rubina. I said, ooh. Not a little petty in there. So that's also interesting. But T-Core does not trust Tucker at all. But she's smart though. She's like, I'm gonna work with him as long as I can. You know, if it benefits me, I'm gonna work with him. But as soon as it don't, I'm gonna cut him. So I like that.
I'm gonna put. Oh, go ahead.
I was just about to say, speaking of Cedric, where would you put him? Like, is it a middle of the week? It was such a roller coaster, and he made 2 enemies. Maybe 2.5 if you count Rubina with Tucker, but it's
5. I want to say 5.
Who else down there?
Right. Because I think Joseph is above him this week. I would say.
Joseph, yeah, you can go ahead and put Joseph at 4. Yeah. I give him 5 just because he did have a bloody week, but overall, I do, even though it was a messy way to go about it, I think he did make the right move. I think Cedric's misstep was he asked everybody in the house, would you want to be a pawn? Would you want to be a pawn? No. Why are you asking these people, do they want to be a pawn? You tell them they're going to be a pawn. Okay. We get it. You're 21. He's doing this kid thing. You know, I get it. But sir, now that you are in power, you need to act like you have
some
power.
Autonomy.
Quit asking. There you go. That's the word I want to use. You are in power, okay? Act like
make
you have
decisions.
There you go. That's really what knocks him down for me. It's like, I need you to stand up, even with Tucker. Like, quit being weak, sir. Say it with your chest.
And as Eric said,
I do like
blood isn't that bad, and also I think him forming that blood somewhat. I feel like he's the first person to stand for an alliance where you could be HOH and not put something up, but he had pressure on him to put Quinn up. Yeah. And he held it down for the Pentagon.
Yeah.
And so it's like, hey, they all see that. And that's the first sign of like, hey, this thing might be real. He held it down for us despite the perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
Right.
And like you mean, like he chose what he wanted to do. At the end of the day, he was highly considering it, but at the end of the day, he chose what he felt like was best for his game. So I gotta give him that.
And what about our goat? What about our goat Joseph that we put at 4? He's just doing better.
Easy week. You know, he got a lot of information this week because Quinn spilled him about the Pentagon. So Quinn, make sure he down there with the rest of them because he done ran his mouth too much too. So make sure he down there too.
Yeah, all right. That's enough on Joseph. Good chill week. Quinn, we going.
He done ran your mouth too much.
11, 10.
11.
Probably 11, honestly. Yeah. Because he spilled about the Pentagon to T-Core and Chemo, and then separately to Joseph. You running your mouth too much. And everybody already knows you got all these final twos.
And the power is exposed. So he down there.
He ran his mouth too much, honestly.
It'll come back. I think he'll be good for a couple more weeks, but I think it'll catch up. If he don't win power again, I think he'll be in trouble.
And I'm trying to think of someone that's gotten called out like, hey, you're the best player in the house, week 3, and just kept on walking down the line. Of course, you have Dougie from BB Canada, but like, I'm trying to think of someone that can survive that because people are aware of him. And I think eventually he has people, but he also has enemies, and I think people will be willing to take
But he has a good group of people. That's why I will give him that. His allies are good at the game. You know, so he has,
and that kept them set. You know what? 12 to or whatever the vote was, 10-1, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, he had 10 people back him. Right now, only big enemy is Tucker. So can't complain that much. Man, Angela is not Angela made it out the red. Angela's at least orange.
She played this week.
Hold on. I'm gonna put Angela. What's next up? 6, 7, whatever the next one. Yeah, put it under Tucker. Because the way I said, literally, we all said this. I want to say last week. All Angela got to do is shut up, sis. Shut up. Just like we say, everybody. Nah, she for sure gone. She for sure. The way Big Brother changes day by day, hour by hour. A lot of times, if you just shut up and mind your business, another target will show itself. And that was Tucker this week. Another target will come out and do the most. And lucky for you, that target used the POV on you.
On you.
And luckily for her, she wasn't going home anyways. But Angela played mom this week. You know, she had that little tiff with Quinn. But even when she had that little tiff, she was like, oh, wow, like, how could you? You're arguing with me?
We told her. Somebody was feeding her information from the pod. We told her, you need to go in the kitchen, make cookies for everybody, girl, start cleaning up the house.
Yeah, Big Edge is back. Big Edge is hilarious.
You know?
Big Edge is back in the game. Oh, can you imagine she went HOH this week?
Who she is either, and I love that because like when Cedric did the whole move and it all blew up, she went and told him, oh, honey, you need to get you some better allies. This was a mess. You should have put up Quinn. This was trying to make a big move. Why would you not take it? But it's okay. We're going to work on that. Like, we're going to, like, girl, who is you to tell somebody who to put up on the block and they...
Child.
Hey, I saw a tweet. I wish I saved it so I could shout them out, but it might have been Carrie that retweeted it. I don't know. But 3 of the 4 people that Angela put up week 1 have all went home.
So, Chemo, watch it.
You in trouble.
Fun fact. I don't know. We didn't say it on here. Also, fun fact. Everybody who has won the veto has went home the subsequent week. Lisa won week 1. She went home week 2. Kenny won week 2. He went home week 3. Tucker won week 3. Tucker, you going home next week?
And no. That went HOH. Angela trying to work with. I think the last person that Angela's trying to work with, if I had to guess, Tucker, obviously, you crying and booing him, but
Ian crying.
And then you know, Angela, I think if Angela get any bit of attention, she'd be like, yeah, we're working together. Like
she definitely working with Tucker for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
so at this point, Tucker for sure. So we'll see how that goes moving forward. But Rubina next.
I feel like Rubina in a little bit of danger though.
She
is.
But that's only from a small.
She really, you know what? You might could pull her down. Maybe at 9. Because and then Mackenzie. I'll put Mackenzie above her. Or you might well throw Leah right there too. Yeah. And I'm only gonna put Mackenzie really only low because I think Mackenzie did pretty good this week. The questioning on using the veto on yourself was crazy, and you got to be low because you want to have sex with your brother. So allegedly, she allegedly wants to marry her brother.
She got mad about being put on the block, but it's also like everybody knew about your power. Everybody knows.
Yeah, you ran your mouth about the power too much.
She wouldn't have touched the block if she didn't have the power, right?
No, she wouldn't have.
It would have been like Leah or something, right?
I don't know.
Like, say no one knew no powers in the game. It might have been Leah or something.
Possibly. Leah was 100% like talks, and then Cedric was like, "Well, what?"
Well, honestly, MK and Leah were his options anyway because they were running their mouth about him. So
true.
So she deserved to be on that block. Right?
I think MJ would have escaped this week, but Leah, she unintentionally saved Leah because Leah was for sure going to be on the block, but because Sid thought that Mackenzie was going to use the power on her. He didn't put her up. But what's funny to know is that Mackenzie and Leah have been talking mess about each other for the last like 3 or 4 days.
Man.
They do not like each other. They do not like each other.
The girly pops are fighting.
So that's they are the girly pops. The girly pops are interesting. Oh, it would be so messy. Oh, I want one of them to win and put each other up. Oh, that would be funny. That would be funny.
It'll be it'll be a Janelle and Erica situation all over again.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah. And
we talk about Leah?
I don't know what
Leah
you
just
said.
vibing.
Leah, I don't know. You at the bottom because you said 4 derogatory things. I don't know what you said, but stop saying that. Stop saying
and people are starting to catch on to her
so,
too, like what her game is, what she's doing, and they don't like it.
Oh, everybody's onto her game.
Yeah.
At this point, Leah is gonna be easy unless she does like a big dramatic change. This girl has not been playing Big Brother. She has not. She's trying to have these little conversations, but it's just nobody's taking it serious.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, Leah is just an easy pawn until it gets to like, okay, we're in our line, so we got to get rid of Leah. So until she starts making some changes, nobody is really taking Leah serious right now. So she's gonna, Quinn not gonna put up because he infatuated with her, but she definitely has the potential to hit that block as a pawn or however you want to use it going forward. So she better start playing the game, get online for something. Because she keeps saying, I've been trying to put this together, but it's not really, I've been trying to have these game conversations, but they're not really.
Goodbye.
Girl,
finale
you've been in the house for a month and you don't have an alliance? And the one girl that you're supposed to be cool with, you beefing with?
Yeah.
So it's funny because Mackenzie and Leah are both talking to each other behind their backs and they don't know each other is talking.
They're telling the same person. They all telling Chelsea.
Yes. I was just saying, I cannot wait for Chelsea to be like, well, Leah called you, someone,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're gonna see. But anyways, run it down for us, Eli.
All right, number 1 spot, we got Brooklyn. Number 2, Chelsea. Number 3, T-Core. Number 4, the villain, Joseph. Number 5, Cedric. Number 6, GOAT King Chaos Tucker. Number 7, Angela. Somehow Angela made it to the middle.
Big Ange.
Big Ange.
I'm calling her that for the rest of us.
Big Ange, not the little Ange.
Big Ange.
Number 8, we got Mackenzie McKenna. Number 9, we got Rubina. Number 10, we got Leah. Number 11, we got Quinn. Last, we got Cam. And then in certified snitch territory, we have Timo. And he's going to be locked
certified lover boy.
Certified snitch. Oh, I know that part.
Hey.
They not
and
like
we'll see if he makes it out, but hey, that is our ranking.
Okay, our last little bit, we gonna do a little update on our draft. Okay, last person that got so garbage draft is Josh. Josh lost Kenny today. Okay, and now going forward, I would like to just point out that Treese has not lost anybody from her draft. My draft is Eden. Now, am I in danger?
Do you see Mr. Tucker?
Am I in danger? Yes. But my danger keep winning. So keep it up. Or if you could just like relax this week, win HOH and relax. Maybe a new target will, pop forward. I don't see that happening. I don't know if if Tucker has relaxed in his vocabulary, but we're gonna see.
All we know is that Eric, my jaw will be on the floor if he loses some this week, as he has Cedric, Quinn, and
I have Eric for sure not losing nobody.
Yeah, and so Quinn using his power, that whole squad is safe.
Yeah,
it seemed like either I'm gonna lose somebody this week or Josh.
I think I have a good chance too. Rubina could get
sniped
Eli.
From the side. You got Rubina.
I don't think they'd
Eric.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, I was about to say Leah too. Then I remember it's Quinn. So
yeah. I don't think you're gonna put up Cam because he's in the Pentagon. So I think you might be safe too, Eli. Rubina can hit the block, but I don't think
the only way would be Rubina. Yeah. So if that AI comp and it end up being Rubina and whoever, there's a possibility she would go home. But
who would she go home next to?
Safest. Angela, honestly, I can see it. Just because they want to split up Tucker and Rubina. And
Yeah, I can
literally,
see
like,
that.
I was skimming through the thing, and they were talking about, like, people are noticing whenever they're anywhere, Tucker is always going to sit by Rubina. And they're like, people are like on to y'all. So if I'm in the house and I see that alliance forming, and Angela, who is she's an easy pawn. Like,
Yeah.
let's keep her. She's been chill. She not doing nothing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? If she's in veto, likely it's an easier veto to win over her than someone else.
Yeah.
Rubina on that block, y'all, we might as well take this shot. You know, that's an
That was
automatic vote for Tucker.
for her.
So,
She's not even on my draft, and I would hate that for her because I know she's a super fan, and we just have not seen her. There's also a fact I was on our besties Strat Chat. So if y'all don't watch Strat Chat Pod, they're a really great podcast too. They're our besties, and they brought up John listed off a statistic that she has not had a DR confessional on episode since week 2. HOH.
they hating on her. She about to get him next week though.
Hey.
So
And they better, you know what? They better kiss tonight. I better see you grab. We better see it because y'all played with us. Y'all gave us a cliffhanger.
A little tea.
Tucker and Rubina. Yeah, they gave us a little tea. I don't want the tea. I want the whole tea back. A full cup. Okay.
Anyway.
Y'all giving us sips. I want the
Lord.
full cup. Sugar.
No.
Add a little milk. Add a little honey. I want a full cup of
I'm recording
tea,
all
okay?
of this.
We
as
are
if it's
not
already live. I'm recording.
I will refute all of this and say it was an AI recording when I hate the showmans in about 2 to 3 weeks. I will.
I can't believe
Mhm.
Treese wants a full Ollie April in here.
I
That's
cannot
crazy.
believe it.
Right?
Like Trees out of everybody. I can't believe they've converted her.
Cause they genuinely like each other. I gonna say the last
Travesty.
showmans that I enjoyed was Jordan and Jeff. I loved they were so cute. And then
I'm
Jordan
only
was, like,
staying
trying
in
to
Brendan and
fight
Rachel.
it.
That's the only showmans I ever
They was
seen.
cute. I mean, we know Jeff a little problematic now, but I enjoyed that. Was probably the last showmance, and that was what Big Brother was at.
They was on the same season with Brendan and Rachel in 13.
Or it was like
Brendan and Rachel was annoying. I did like Rachel, but Brandon and Rachel together was annoying. I did not like them. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
All I know,
yeah. So
I'm thinking
Demika will always reign supreme.
Who?
Demika.
Who is that?
Dimitri and Nika.
Oh,
Bye.
you know what? You know what? No, I did like them. You're right.
We talking about US.
In the Big Brother and the Big Brother Canada world, I did like.
You were talking about Big Brother, not Big Brother US.
And they were
They
alliance that
take
was
across the
winning
border.
stuff, so it was great. So yeah, and they're married now. Okay.
They are.
But anyways, yeah. Anyways, bye
y'all. Thank you so much. Trees is gonna cut us off. Thank
Baby,
you
I will
so
run my
much
mouth all night.
for tuning in with us, hanging out with us as we recap our eviction party for Kenny.
Bye, Kenny.
But as always, we appreciate you. We can't do this without you. It was fun. As always, we looking forward to seeing you back on Monday when we cover some feeds and, of course, the Sunday episode and whatever went down. And then we'll be back again a week from today to talk about the eviction results. And we'll also see what the new powers are or new twist, whatever it may be. I don't know what it is. We'll talk about that. I guess we should have speculated what it could be, but
yeah,
I don't even have the speculation, honestly, at this point.
Right. We're glad you caught it too, Larissa. But until next time, make sure before you leave, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube at AWAGBT podcast. And make sure you're following us on Twitter and YouTube at AWAGBT and turn on those notification bells so you never miss an episode and know when we're coming on live. Until next time, y'all have a wonderful night. It's been real.
Bye, y'all.
Godspeed. Godspeed.
That will forever be funny.